We got to talk. I know it's been a while, but we're going to go ahead and address a few things because some people around here think that they can come through here and say any old thing, and I'm going to just go ahead and let it slide. Child. That's not what we doing. So it's been a while since I've done one of this, but we're going to have to take a look at some of these comments because y'all is getting out of pocket. And I'm not sure who it is that you thought I was, but I'm not the one to be messed with. Now you'll say, oh, you want to be out here on the public platform. That's absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I could be out here on this public platform and I know that y'all gonna feel some kind of way just like I do when I am talking about these daggone videos and everything else that we be looking at. But what you're not gonna do is think you're gonna talk about me personally when you don't know me from a can of daggone paint just because you over here watching this daggone channel and then complain about it. How in the entire hell you gonna be somewhere that you clearly don't like? Or is it you just gotta find a way to come at somebody? Because what you actually do know is that what I'm saying is accurate, but you don't want to admit it because you stuck in your ways, colored. Oh, y'all want to know what I'm talking about? Well, first of all, this is the video about Nelly. Y'all already know that the colors is upset because Nelly went and performed at Trump's party. And now they're taking it out, of course, on Ashanti because she is his wife. Shout out to Ashanti and Nelly for being married, for having a union, for coming together instead of making her a single daggone baby mom. Let me go ahead and give Ashanti props after all these years while she was waiting for her man. Now, listen, that's a whole different live stream, child. That's up to her. All I'm going to say is she wasn't out here making a bunch of daggone babies, becoming a single daggone mom, looking half damn crazy, getting on the internet and saying anything to anybody about any daggone thing. We already know one of her fan pages said that they can no longer do this anymore because of the direction that the Haynes are going in. That sounds crazy. That sounds absolutely insane. Insanity for people that y'all don't even be knowing. People that you don't even know. When you know daggone well you probably monetized on that mess and you're going to let it go fall to pieces because of something like the man went and performed at a party for Trump. Y'all can continue to make these dumbass decisions all you want to. And we'll continue to sit here and watch you do it. And we'll talk about it and we'll laugh. We will judge and then we will move on because there's always going to be something coming behind something as stupid as the previous thing that happened. But I don't understand where it is or what happened or what water y'all drank that made y'all so stupid with a capital ST, but take that stupidity on some daggone where. First comment here that I went ahead and pinned before I saw the next one is from Lillian Dudley, woman. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm assume. She said what they need to do, worry about your family. First of all, that's grammatically incorrect, but I'm gonna go ahead and let that go. What they need to do is worry about your family and friends that put him in office. Let's talk about that, you people. Now, this is all ignorance, right? Why do I got to talk to you or anyone else if I did or vote for Donald Trump? So what if I did? So the fuck what? Why do you care? You know what? You know what it is? You know why you go behind them curtains? Because you can go and do whatever the fuck you want to. So I'm not sure, Lillian Dudley, because I'm sure you colored, why it is that y'all always think that you control something. Out here trying to command and demand that somebody else give you something while you're out here whining and complaining that those same people that you talk about ain't giving you shit, but you continue to beg them for shit. Shout out to all the food stamp issues and activities, right? But we're going to ignore that right now. So I said, why in the fuck should I be worried about anyone else? Because see, that's the problem. Always worrying about somebody else. And it's usually people that you don't even know, which makes it even more insane. Because why do you have a say? Why do you think that you have a say in anyone else's life? You own nothing, okay? And if you do own something, how the fuck does that affect anybody else but you, right? Then when someone tries to own something or have something, i.e. a YouTube channel, y'all still mad. You upset. You just want to do this for the money. So the fuck what? You just think that you can judge people. Yes, the fuck I can. You think that you can talk about black people. I'm black. Like, what are we talking about right now? So white people can't talk about black people. Black people can't talk about black people. Who can? Who can? Bueller? If black people can't talk about black people, who can? But I bet as long as Clown L, Ricky, Al, Steve, and all them say it because it's something you like to hear, that's okay. And y'all ain't got nothing to say about that. But when someone has some critique, when someone has some, you need to change some things, or this looks crazy, some accountability, then all of a sudden it's a white supremacist talking points. Child, that shit don't bother me. I don't give a fuck. I promise you, I don't give a fuck. All this name calling, child, have at it. And that's why you don't get nowhere, because nobody want to have conversation. Nobody wants to discuss. No one wants to listen to the opposing side. No one ever wants, like I said before, there used to be a thing in high school called debate. There used to be a thing that we did, shout out to Generation X, in high school called debating, where you bring your point and then someone brings the opposite point and you have a discussion. Y'all can't even get to that. Y'all can't even get to that because you're so emotionally charged and upset about shit that doesn't affect your life at the end of the daggone day. But I continue with, that's the problem right there. MFers in everybody else's business and can't even make their own life worthwhile, meddling into someone else's life. Mind your effing business. Shout out to Sherry, the wife that came through. Or what you gonna do about it? Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. That's the pinned comment. But let's go ahead and get to the more offensive item. Shout out to Ed, who was over here as well. Oh, here we go. Amazon woman 3867. Are we surprised? No. Okay. So Amazon woman got a lot to say. Typical. Shout out to the colors. You got to be effing kidding us, Messy, which is something to be proud of, I suppose. I actually am. Shout out to TLA for my name. I don't feel no way about it. I'm not sure why you do. How interesting that you conveniently ignore all of the innocent coloreds deleted by the police just because their freckles are too close together. Also, when you judge people, it makes you uglier than you actually are. I even heard you throwing your mother under the bus on this platform, which is easy to do when she's not present to defend herself. Why don't you be a big girl and bring her on the panel to explain herself and you? I'd be very interested to hear what she has to say, not afraid of or intimidated by you. Yes, I'm saying it and I'm meaning it. So y'all, let me first go ahead and say what you all can see by the words that she's saying, that she's a fan, okay? So a hater and a fan at the same time, because you ain't gonna know what it is that I be saying from one episode. That means you listening. So hear this response, Amazon woman, okay? Besides the response that I gave you here, which says, oh, wow, you big mad, huh? So I don't talk about police deleting blacks, huh? I don't give the oppressor smoke is your issue. Diverting again, which is typical. Clearly you a fan since you know about my mom comments. Guess what, Ninja Et? I got that part wrong. She a Ninja Et. She's my MFing mom, so not sure why you give a fuck about my relationship with her. Are you her? Is this my mama? Ain't no way, because my mom would just call me. At least I can acknowledge as a color that the community has issues, including me, unlike you who want to blame white people for your effed up life and issues, which is typical colored activity. So let me go ahead and expound, shall I? Because Miss Amazon woman, because I know you're going to come listen to this video because like I said, you a fan. You worrying about all the wrong things. You need to be worried about what's going on in your life. Just because you got a problem with the oppressor, I don't. I don't have a problem with the oppressor because like I've said in other videos, which I'm sure you know, is that I'm going to call the police when I need to. If something don't look right, I'm going to call that ass, okay? If something don't look right, it don't act right, it don't belong around here, I'm calling them. Every place, ever, all the time. See, I don't have a problem with the police because I don't be doing nothing wrong. You know, if something happened to happen because I happen to come upon a racist cop, which I'm sure that's what you're alluding to, then I guess that's what it is and you can laugh and take pleasure in that, right? But help me understand why it is that you worrying about the oppressor, but you're not worrying about what goes on in Chicago every daggone night. I can't even just say it's the weekend every daggone night with coloreds being taken out by coloreds. Why don't you have anything to say about that? Because I'm pretty sure that more coloreds are taken out by other coloreds than they are by the oppressor. Why don't you have anything to say about that? Shout out to Doogie in Baltimore. Why don't you have anything to say about that? All the colors that are being taken out there in the same daggone ghettos and communities that everyone wants to complain about and get on the daggone internet or the TV and talk about, and yet you don't have anything to talk about when it comes to that. Why is it that after defund the daggone police and all the blacks and the colors and the Black Lives Matter people said that they was going to go and police their own neighborhoods and still calling the same oppressor that you're talking about right here? Make that make sense. Why is it that in Memphis, where it's basically a lot of black people being policed by white people, that you wanted to have defunded and the jobs are still open, including Philadelphia? Why are y'all not taking those jobs? Bueller, help me understand that. Why you want to basically blame me and be mad at me for shit that's true? It's because of the fact that it is true and you know that it's true, but you're another color that doesn't want to acknowledge what the problems actually are, and you want to continue to say, but white people do it too. But white people do it too. and blame white people for the fact of things that go wrong where black people can do something about their own daggone issues, their own daggone lives, and how they direct their lives moving forward. But instead of doing that, it's much easier and punk ashes to come at people who just try to point out what's going on so that people can try to change and do better and think that I'm the daggone problem. I don't know why you care about what I do and what I talk about when it comes to my own personal family. They my family. You don't know them. They're my family. I said what I said. I meant what I said. So you fanning out over here with me, but then you mad. Does that make me the problem or does that make you the problem? Help me understand why it is that you coloreds continue to whine and complain about white people, but you look to white people for everything. Y'all on here complain about fucking food stamps, going to the government, which is run by white people for the most part. You have Joe Biden in here, white. Now you got Trump in here, white, but I'm sure it's all Trump's fault, of course. Ignore all the things that Joe Biden said. Ignore the fact that he told you that you must not be black. Ignore the daggone crime bill that put more black people, allegedly, according to y'all, I don't know, I'm gonna just go ahead and repeat what I've heard. More black people into jail. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that, but you're cutting for him. You want to put him back in office. Now, I know it's too late right now, but we going to go by what was going on. Y'all was all for his ass. You ain't care about no damn racism then. You ain't care about no white people then. It's just whatever white people you like is who the other black people should like. Is that what you're saying? So if you like Joe Biden, we should like Joe Biden. If you don't like Trump, then we shouldn't like Trump. If you don't like the police, then we shouldn't like the police. Is that what you're saying? If I have a problem with my mother, well, you think I shouldn't have a problem with my mother or bring up issues that I have had with my mother. You say I shouldn't say anything, but me as the person whose mother it is shouldn't say anything because I'm trying to talk to my audience. See, do you see where the problem in lies, Amazon woman? Listen, you can be hurt all you want to. You can be a punk ass all you want to. You can be worried about the oppressor all you want to. You can continue to listen and watch, and I appreciate those views because it all makes a difference at the end of the daggone day. You can continue to comment because all of that is engagement, and that matters at the end of the day. So I thank you for that, okay? The difference between you and me is that I can agree to disagree, and I don't have to take anybody down that doesn't. But see, this is what you coloreds do. You come out and you attack the same people that you think is supposed to listen to you. And clearly, while you've been watching and listening to these videos, you haven't learned a lesson from what happened with Roland, Obama, Clown L, Steve Harvey, and all those people that thought that they had some sort of control over other black people. Let me let you know right now, Amazon woman, slavery has ended. You control nothing, just like they control nothing, and you can't tell people what to do. If you don't like what someone is saying or what their viewpoints are, you know you have the opportunity to exit stage left. But like a typical colored, you think that you have some control. You probably don't have control over your own damn life. And I'm sure that you'll come back and have something to say. And that's fine, because like I said, all engagement counts, all views counts. But colors don't seem to want to acknowledge anything that makes sense. They would rather continue to run off of their emotions and think and say that they so black, blackity, black, 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 and then turn around and attack another black person. And a black woman at that as a black woman. Ain't nobody over here and they're never gonna tell me nothing. They ain't never gonna tell me what to do. Never, ever, no way. My opinion is my opinion. I'm gonna talk about what I wanna talk about. And the only people that I have to answer to is the head of YouTube. Tell your people to get on out there and take those daggone open oppressor jobs so that you can go ahead and police your daggone communities and get the ish under control. Or are you gonna go ahead and do something like go ahead and renominate Trayon White, Marion Barry, and all these other people that have shown you who they are? And even y'all like to quote that Maya Angelou thing, when people show you who they are, believe them, and then y'all see it, y'all don't believe it, and then you go, child, I'm done with this. Anyway, y'all get the point. Another hater hating, but still here, hate watching. Wow, my life must be miserable. Y'all let me know what you think. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.